Hey guys, Jaw Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution, Voyager class, Twincast, and Rewind. So, here's Twincast in his boombox mode, and of course, Rewind's his little cassette partner. But we'll take a look at them a little bit. But of course, focusing on Twincast right here. He is obviously a redeco, well, basically just a redeco. His face sculpt is a bit different, slightly different from his blaster counterpart. Which for those who don't know who Twincast is, in the Japanese Transformers anime sequel, there was it was called Headmasters, and I'm sure a lot of Transformers fans, especially diehard fans like me, have heard of that show. But I think even then, some that are just getting to it probably have also heard of it. So basically, in that, like, Takara told me, well, I think it was just Takara at that time. They're like, we're gonna do like what Hasbro does with the whole repaint thing, just to sell more toys, and that's what they did. So they turned Blaster into Twincast and Soundwave, who's Blaster's nemesis, into Sound Blaster. So yeah, that's where this guy comes from. So hey, cool to get some more Japanese G1 continuity stuff. But yeah, now of course Rewind was in the actual G1 cartoon. So more people should be familiar with him than Twincast here. Despite just being a redeco of Blaster. But now before we take a look at Blaster himself, let's take a look at the packaging for him. Oh wait, Blaster. I meant Twincast. Before we take a look at Twincast, let's take a look at his packaging right here. So you got this nice artwork of him in his boombox mode, and of course you got Legacy Evolution, Voyager class, and then you got all this stuff up here. You got it appears to be a QR code, and you get text back there too. So you can learn more about that if you scan that QR code. Free scan through me. So yeah, and you got the robot mode artwork, close one, and then one where you can see the whole view here, or most of it. His arm is cut off right here, and the other side you get one half here of the Legacy Evolution art, and then on the back here, you got product shots, Evo Fusion. Like, look how unnecessary on Evo Fusion is. Like at this point, at first, they tried doing some creative things, like with Hot Shot and stuff. Like, it's ridiculous, but it was kind of fun. But now it's it's literally just his weapon storage on there. That's his Evo Fusion though. Just put his rifle on the back of the boombox, and there you go, Evo Fusion. He has Evo fused. So, and of course, got in there 20 steps, and they got a little rewind there, 8 steps, and then you got all this down here, and why not bottom of the box, and that's pretty much it for his packaging. His and Rewind's. We can't forget about Rewind. But the Twincast deco has always been kind of interesting to me because first of all, he's mostly blue, and blue is my favorite color, so it's kind of a cool thing to see, and so that's one reason I got this. And also because, again, I really love that Blaster figure that we got back in the final wave of Kingdom, and of course it was re-released in the first wave of Legacy. But either way, I really like that guy, so that definitely pushed me to get this guy, even if it's just a redeco with slight differences. And little Rewind being included kind of got me into getting this as well. So, anyways, let's take a close-up look here at Twincast is boombox mode. There we go. Yeah, really nice. Why isn't this focusing good? There we go. Yeah, I really like it. Same details as what we got with Blaster. Just all new paint stuff, new paint decos, but still looks cool. Yeah, for some reason this isn't focusing right. I don't know why. There you go. Really cool. And of course, you even got rewind and fast forward buttons there. So that's cool. And you got volume and stuff, and the power stuff. Really nice. And you got speakers here as well. And so up here you got some nice sculpted detail. On the bottom, not a whole lot. Again, on the top, also not a whole lot on the sides. It just his feet and stuff. It's just the, you know, his lower legs, just the front of him, but, you know, just all deformed here. So, yeah, on the back, again, you can tell it's a deformed robot doing some weird yoga pose. So, yeah, pretty silly. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the paint details for the boombox mode. So, yeah, now before we take a look at Rewind, let's show off his accessories. So, besides Rewind, his only weapon, or, well, Rewind's not a weapon. Besides Rewind, his only accessory is his rifle. It's pretty much identical to what came with Blaster. I think it might be a slightly lighter black plastic. Yeah, it's, well, I don't know. It's exactly the same. Looks slightly lighter, like a slightly lighter black, but it's still pretty much exact. It's the same exact sculpt. It really is just the exact same. So yeah. There's the other side. Really like it. Really like the rifle before, so I still like it now. So let's do the most complicated Evo Fusion right here. Okay, we reviewed quite a bit of these Legacy Evolution figures. Now let's look at the most complicated one of them all. Boom. He's gone through his Evo Fusion, and look how complex that is. At this point, they should just scrap the whole thing because they really can't like come up with anything new here. I'm all kind of for these little gimmicks, but if that's all they can come up with, then they may as well just not do them. But yeah. Now anyways, before we continue on with Twincast and his transformation, let's take a look at a little Rewind right here. Really like him. He's all clear plastic, just like Eject, who I'll show off here in a bit for comparison. Yeah, really nice. As you can see, he does have an Abbott logo painted in, just like with, or no, it's more so sculpted in. Yeah, it's kind of, it's kind of like inside, like it is in there, as you can see, but it's like inside. It's really hard with all this clear plastic and stuff, but yeah, a really nice skull paint here on the back. Well, it's just a big white slab here because that's like his main torso, just like the back of it, and you can see his head folded down. Yeah, you can see like his thighs and stuff. So yeah, the clear plastic doesn't help, but you know, with seeing stuff, it's a lot more visible than it was on Eject. Yeah, but speaking of which, for comparison, here he is with Eject, and yeah, of course they're supposed to be the exact same, just with different decos, because that's what they were in the G1 cartoon. So yeah, that's all pretty cool. Yeah, nice to have two of Blaster's cassettes. So hopefully we'll get who's left, Steeljaw and Ramhorn, I think. But yeah, those are like the big four for Blaster. But so yeah, there's that. Now for storage on Twincast, what you simply gotta do is gotta push this button right here. It looks like there's four, but that's, you know, kind of how it's supposed to look there. But it's actually just you know, have to only push like you can push any of this. It's just all one button, and boom, there you go. You can open up his chest, and then you can slide in the Rewind cassette, and there you go. So now you got Rewind right inside of Twincast. So pretty cool. But we'll take him out for now. And so yeah, now anyways, let's get down to some size comparisons. And the only one we're going to do here is pretty obvious. Here he is with Blaster. And yeah, I do quite like how both of these turned out. And it's pretty interesting, like how most of the, you know, like all the little things that they add in here translate over to Twincast, except for like these two, or like these black lines here, right here, and then right here. It didn't carry over here, unfortunately, but pretty much everything else is like identical. Oh, and also they didn't paint the buttons like they did on Blaster, but yeah, pretty cool. I really like this. And by the way, it's hard to see, but this is a dark red clear plastic, similar to how this is a dark blue clear plastic. So hey, pretty nice. So that is it for the all-mode size comparisons. If you want to see more with that mold, just check out my review for Blaster. So yeah, anyways, let's get right down to the transformation. So it's exactly the same as with Blaster. You just have to like undo this right here. And there you go. So now you got the handle right here. Now it's split into two. And then next, bring out the sides here. You just kind of want to push it towards you and then bring it out to the side. And then there you have that. Now he's doing another weird robot yoga pose. And then next, just bring up the arms, have them looking up this way. And then next, bring down the legs to here. And then, well, next thing you want to do is rotate around the waist right here. Then bring up these, the handle pieces. As you can see, there's holes on both of these, and then there's like these little pegs here. And you just want to kind of align that properly, and then that'll snap into place. And then next, flip down these little panels right here, and then flip these panels right into here. And then next, you just want to rotate the legs this way, so you have everything facing like this. And then after that, just flip down the toes, or really the feet. And there you go. Then next, you just want to press down these shin pieces, and then just flip them around, so now they look like speakers. They're kind of like faux versions of these speakers, but they don't have those weird lines in front, which is accurate to G1. So there's that. So now let's go to the upper half. So next thing here you want to do is you want to bring down the arms, then swivel around there at the bicep, and then just move the forearm pieces, just kind of rotate them all the way down here till they click. And then next, flip in the hands. And finally, then you just want to move down this back panel right here, and then flip out the head. It's a little hard to do. There we go. And then close that up. And there you guys have Twincast in his robot mode. And yeah, I gotta say, it looks pretty nice. Does definitely, also fit the mold for Twincast here. They did a pretty good job. So yeah. Anyways, now taking a look at the head sculpt. That is the only thing different compared to Blaster, because the other one he just had a stern face and stuff, but this one he has like one eye kind of sort of winking. He's kind of doing like a little bit of a wink, but his right eye is not closed, and the other is of course more open. And now he has a smile instead of just his mouth being in a normal gesture. So pretty cool. Nice. That's pretty much it. The only thing that's different here is the face in terms of sculpting. Everything else that's new with this figure is just the paint job and stuff and the different colored plastic. So yeah, and of course this right here, really cool. And yeah, the back, really clean, just as clean as it was on Blaster. So yeah, really dig that. Now, anyways, for the articulation on this guy, just turn that. His head is on a ball joint, so he can move his head side to side. His head can only move up that far and then down that far. And then shoulders can move outwards that far, and then they can swivel a full 180. He does have bicep rotation, a bend at the elbow, in and out here for the hands, but that's because of transformation. He does have a waist swivel. His legs can kick up this far. Then if you move this back here, they can kick back that far, and they can kick outwards that far. And he does have thigh swivel, a bend at the knee, ankle pivot, and toes to move up and down, although that is due to his transformation as well. So, yeah, pretty good articulation. Still very good. Very good stuff. So, yeah, now anyways, again, for accessories, you got his rifle here. You can put that in his hand. It's mainly for this hand, since, he's got his hand, or he's got his finger here sticking out, meant to obviously, just put his finger in the trigger. So, yeah, hopefully he doesn't have trigger finger, or else, yeah, that wouldn't be good. But yeah, really nice. So, Yeah, now let's move him out off to the side here, and let's go back to rewind. So here he is, and let's transform him. So first thing, you just want to flip down the lower legs here to this, and then just move them all the way down. And then next, swivel the lower legs this way, and then bring down the forearms down to here, and then swivel them this way. So now you got the arms properly configured. And then finally, just flip out the head, bring it up, and then rotate it around. So now his face should be looking at you. And once you got that all completed, there you guys have Rewind and his robot mode. So, yeah, pretty nice. Anyways, articulation, head is on the ball joint, and then shoulders can swivel and move outwards that far. He doesn't have bicep rotation, but he does have a ball joint at the elbow, so you can get movement in and out that way, and then up and down as well. No waist rotation, legs can kick up this far, back that far, and then out that far, and then knees do bend pretty good, and that's it. So despite him being really small, he actually does have some pretty good articulation. Some of it is because of his transformation, especially like with the knees and stuff, but you know, it still doesn't seem very transformation. Like it still seems, you know, like it was actually meant for the robot mode. So hey, pretty nice. So yeah, there's that. But anyways, let me pull in eject here, and here he is. So now, yeah, so here's a little comparison here. So they got a look here at both rewind on the left and eject on the right. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Like, you know, despite being like the exact, like very identical in terms of where their coloration is, you know, obviously it's different enough, like mainly for, you know, the black instead of the blue. So, you know, it's not like it's a similar color or anything. So it's like who's who. Now like exactly who is who. And what's funny is that like it's a lot more clear with these guys compared to like Rumble and Frenzy. I mean, to be fair, like there's like these guys never in terms of toys or comics or any media have had, you know, that kind of error, so it's completely fine. So yeah. But yeah, so there's those two right there. And now let's get back to Twincast. So yeah, so now anyways for the size comparisons right here. Here he is with his predecessor, which I mean, it sounds like it's someone else, but it's not. It's literally him before it became Twincast. Here he is with Blaster, and yeah, as you can see, it's like there's nothing new mold-wise except for the faces. You can see this one is just the stern face. This one, he's kind of grinning. So yeah, and why not? Let's bring in their respective companions. Although technically, these guys were both Blasters and Twincast companions throughout the way, but still, here they are. So yeah, so there is that right there. There you guys have the robot mode size comparisons. And, you know, again, if you want to see more with actual different molds, then, you know, check out my review of Blaster, because I completely forgot who I compared with that figure, but yeah. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager class, Twincast, and all about Rewind. And yeah, I gotta say, just with Blaster, this is another great figure. I mean, it's the same mold, so if you bought Blaster, then you know what you're getting essentially. And yeah, pretty much again the only change in terms of sculpting is the face, but it's a welcome change. So it's not just a straight full-on recolor, but because it's just the face, that basically still is what this is. And I can't unsee that face now. I just realized it looks like on his shoulder pad there. I was just like talking, I just noticed it looks like a face there. It looks like a not very happy face right there. Yeah, I guess this is gonna become some new meme. So there you go. If you guys want to screenshot this and make it viral, then go ahead. We'll love the publicity, but if not, oh well. But yeah. But anyway, so yeah, very good figure. Love Low Rewind as well. I keep calling him Low Rewind, but that's basically what he is. He's little, but not little as in mentally, but physically. But yeah, overall, really good figures here, and highly recommend them, especially if you miss on Blaster. Good opportunity to get the mold You know, like, even though like there was tons of copies of Blaster being sold. Like, I mean, some in Kingdom, but especially in Legacy, like the first wave, they had like tons of, like, I remember seeing my targets having tons of him at Bulkhead. I mean, now they're not, you won't see him, but back a year ago, like, you would. But yeah, really, really good set here. So yeah, anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of these figures. So anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.